Ye, the thing with Kanye is, for me, Kanye is top 3 influences from Chicago, and he's number 3.
Who's number 1?
Quincy Jones, Oprah, Ye.
No R. Kelly?
No. Kelly would come like 4 or 5. What's about global influence?
So R. Kelly don't come before Kanye?
Globally? No.
Okay.
Global influence? When R. Kelly shows sneakers.
I'm just asking you.
No, you're asking.
You're from the shop.
Yeah, Quincy, Oprah, Ye. And some would say Ye's influence is bigger than that, but I can't put you over Quincy. Quincy, the reason that Kanye here, if you think about the lineage and a lineage of Chicago legendary music.
Quincy ain't sell sneakers.
Quincy sold 100 million records.
I mean, but remember
what Quincy did with Mike is what Ye doing with sneakers.
I understand, but you didn't put R. Kelly before Kanye because of sneakers.
No. I said top 3 influencers.
Okay, got it.
I'm just strictly talking about influence on the world as a whole.
Okay.
Kel's from Chicago would probably fall even. There's more. He probably fall top 10. He wouldn't even be 5. He probably like even 8, 9. You got Harold Washington. You got if you want to say Barack Obama. You want to say Obama. You know what I'm saying?
So Michael
culture though.
So Michael Jordan is not before Kanye?
Easy took over the jump, man.
I can't believe that, bro. I can't believe that Kanye has more influence than Michael Jordan. Nah. You just said R. Kelly.
No. I retract that. I'm saying he'll probably fall in the top 10. But and when I say from the shot, I mean from the shot. Mike ain't from the shot. Mike is not from the crib. Let's keep it funky.
I understand.
Mike is from where? He was born in Brooklyn and raised in North Carolina.
Right, okay, so
he's not from the Chi.
Okay, so you use it.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
And somebody might say Oprah ain't from the Chi, but nigga, Oprah is the Chi.
Well, Michael is the Chi too. Look. Nah, see, you can't
influence,
bro. You're gonna tell me Michael got statues there still. You're gonna tell me it's like he's from Chicago.
Like he's from Chicago.
Just like Oprah. Is Oprah from Chicago?
I got beef with Mike, man. I got beef with him.
Tell me why.
Niggas was dying over them sneakers in Chicago. I got beef with Mike. Niggas was dying over them sneakers. Kids was losing their lives over sneakers. And it wasn't like it was that long ago. Mike ain't spoke up. Dying over sneakers, B. Nigga, like you from like never spoke. And we can't hold every celebrity at high noble. What's the word I'm looking for? At a high noble stature. We can't. Just because somebody is famous or good at doing something does not mean that they're for the culture or for the people that actually make them rich. I've been able to separate the two. It's a business. This is a business. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that when Craig Hodges, we won those championships, and he was there. Was it 92, 93? And he went to the White House and spoke up about shit that was going on in the world. He didn't have a job anymore. He was the Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Go back and look up. Go fact check Craig Hodges. Fact check him. 3-point champion with no job. So what I'm saying is with Mike, yes, Mike is more influential than Kanye. But I'm not putting him on. I'm not putting him on there though. I'm on for self, but for personal reasons though. And you can understand why. You got to like, come on, niggas ain't never spoke about nothing in this time. You can't even find a sound bite of Mike saying anything about anything. In the city, in the third biggest city in America, in the third biggest basketball market at the time. Nothing about nothing in Chicago. And you got your own story with Mike. Yeah.
You already know how I feel, man. I feel like, I was young, I was in a club. what's that? The Michael Jordan Club.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, you buying the shirts, you doing this, you doing that.
Right.
And I mean, I wrote Michael Jordan, and I was very young. And once I didn't get the letter back, then I knew I had to grind and hustle. That it was all a fantasy to me.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You know. Like you said, you had to. I learned the difference between the business aspect and the personal aspect.
And I'm gonna say this too before we get back to Ye. I would put the reason I put Q up there. People in terms of global influences, throughout all the records and all the things that he sold, Quincy, and it's Junior too. People don't know that it's Quincy Jones Jr. Yeah, he's not. He's a junior. And it's Polite. I think it's Quincy Polite. That's an ill name. And Quincy Polite Jones. Throughout the music, he's fallen into different nooks and crannies globally, in terms of the jazz cranny, the pop culture cranny, the Vibe magazine. Like, it's so many layers to him. I can't. You know, if the average person say, "Oh man, Michael Jordan made," no. You don't understand how far the lineage rolls into Quincy. And then with Oprah being able to influence, I feel like Oprah and Mike are close, but because it's media, it's different. Oprah's been controlling certain narratives. That's a different game. So it would be Mike 3, Ye 4.
Okay.
But whatever, it don't matter. 4 or 5, it don't fucking matter. But no, but with Ye right now, you were saying how I feel about Ye. I feel like he needs to sit the fuck down. Sit down and chill.
But he didn't do that in Wyoming. He didn't do that in these different.
He dropped a trash album in Wyoming. Fuck, he did, nigga. And then he fucked up Nas shit too. There's some joints on there though. He got some joints on there.
I like the Nas album, man.
Now that's a body of work, you know. You like certain tracks. As a body of work, you like the whole thing.
I feel like I like that album. I feel like it was a short and sweet album.
No, it's great. It
got to the point.
It feels incomplete. That's my problem.
I guess it was 7 joints.
No. But in 7 songs, you can make it. So
what you look for? You do hip hop. Mm-hmm. You do music. What do you look for in an album? Is it this?
It depends on the artist. For my man said something that was ill.
Are you a storyteller more type of?
Let me tell you. My man said something ill though. He said life is getting a Kanye West Nas album before getting the AZ Nas album. Bomb. No, there's no way in hell we should have had a Kanye album before we had an AZ Nas album.
But let's go.
I think Nas been dodging that.
But
anyway, I think Nas been dodging AZ for years.
Is it because it's a more sexier album? Pause.
Yeah.
You know, with the
at any given moment, if Nas say he doing this joint with AZ, it's gonna go crazy.
You think?
Yes. Now, will it have the buzz and controversy?
Because remember, Kanye's the top so influence.
But you're talking about niggas that been listening to these cats for 20 plus years that always wanted that. You're gonna have old niggas coming out the works like, yeah, I'm about to get. Them niggas can sell physical CDs. You feel me? Them niggas do. I'm going to Cop. I'm going to Best Buy. Open Sam Goodie back up. I'm about to go. You know what I mean? But with the music, it all depends on the. My thing is, I only judge the music for what container it's in. What I mean by that is, if it's a Gucci album, I want the best Gucci album I can get. I'm not gonna say the Gucci album is better than the Nas album. I can't compare those two. It's apples and oranges. I need to, whatever your lane is, it needs to be the highest of. If you trapping, give me the highest quality trap music that you can make. If you storytelling, give me that. That's how I'm judging it. I'm not judging this nigga versus that nigga that don't make the same sound. No. If you trapping, yo, this is the love. That's how I look at it. So for me, that wasn't Nas's best album. And you got one of the best producers. It felt rushed. That's what it felt. Incomplete. It felt like it was like the thought, it was more there to say, but they didn't say it because of the 7-song theory or whatever. But Jay though, it's just, I think Kanye is, I think we're seeing a unraveling of a genius. We're seeing the unraveling of a genius. And then the thing about genius is pretty when genius is popular, when genius is polished. That's when genius is the most pretty. Steve Jobs wasn't pretty in that garage.
We go back to that sexy. We go back to that.
Wasn't pretty.
Not because it wasn't famous at the time.
Right. But when niggas started getting the Apple computers with the colors, and niggas, oh, this is
Right.
pretty.
I think
a
Apple got
genius
pretty when the iPhone came out.
Oh, that's super. That's the sexiest product of all time.
Right.
But what I'm saying, we're seeing a genius unravel in front of our eyes, and I don't think that it's a train ride that has produced a lot of bad music, and it's produced a lot of bad clothes. I think Ye needs to chill. I think sometimes you gotta step out of the matrix and look at the shit from, like, you know what I mean? Like, when you in your shit, your own shit, it's hard for you to look at your shit. That's why I'm like, yo, step back for a second and chill with the kids and do some production shit. But when it comes to being the forefront creator, I'm not. And the thing is, when you talk about, he's offended. When you offend your core audience, that's when you fucking up. When you offend a nigga like me who was, what's this, 2018? 15 year, 16 year, 17 year Kanye West fan, you start offending niggas like me, and I don't know what the fuck you talking about, you tripping. Because you should always be able, that's why Jay and Nas is special. They can always talk to the person that came with them. Even if it sounds a little different, they can still talk to the person. When you start losing me, you fucking up. Whenever you lose your core audience, you fucked up. And it doesn't matter what the genre is. If it's art, tech, fashion, if you lose your core audience, you fucked up. Because your core audience is supposed to be able to follow your moves, even if your moves ain't quite right. I don't know what the fuck going on with that nigga. At all. And I think that also fame is not for everybody. Fame is a drug that has killed a lot of people. And I don't say fame has killed them. I think the things that come with fame, the notoriety, the accessibility to things, the accessibility to people saying yes a lot. You know, we've been in some studios in Atlanta and seeing some shit that were down. What the fuck? Why that shit happened? That shit, niggas is letting that shit ride because the yes men don't want to lose their jobs, and nobody wants to tell the nigga that's cutting their check that they fucking up. Accountability is a motherfucker, and fame lowers your level of accountability on all fronts. So even though Ye is putting out subpar music, somebody's still eating off that shit. Who's eating? I don't know. So.